Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel. Hey guys, I'm making a vid. Sorry, I've been away for a few days. What's basically happened is I've been trying to get my data off my, Apple. Because guess what, guys? I've gone for the Google Pixel phone. Can't be any worse than the Apple. Interesting thing is, I've got an Apple. One of my other phones was an Apple iPhone 7 Plus. iPhone 7 Plus, and it failed. It failed, and it hasn't been dipped in water. It's been quite a good phone. The only reason I gave that phone to my son was because the CCC. They may have been bugging it, so that's why I gave it. Anyhow, it then failed, and I gotta tell you, it looks like I took it to an independent Apple repairer, and he said the motherboard's fucked. Fuck this, fuck die. He said it hasn't been damaged by water. It hasn't been nothing we can see here is bad. It's just fuck this, fuck die. So I then got in touch with Apple. Actually, I went to Vodafone because the phone came from Quick Wristwatch Check. Wearing a Patek Philippe 5127 and also a fitness bracelet. I'm wearing a fitness bracelet which tells me how many fucking steps I do there. It tells me heart rate, all that sort of shit. I gotta get fit in 2020. Anyhow, guys, I rang Vodafone. I went to Vodafone store. They said, "Excuse me, sir, it's out of the 2-year warranty." And I then said, "Excuse me, statutory warranties. Consumer law in Queensland stipulates how long." I actually printed it out because I went in there prepared. I said to them, as per Queensland consumer law, I seek you to repair this device. The 2-year warranty appears invalid under consumer law. Queensland consumer law covers failure can happen at any time in a reasonable life of a good or service. A reasonable life is how long you can realistically expect the product to last. So I went back to Apple and I went back to Vodafone. They told me to get fucked, get in touch with Apple. So I rang Apple. I was going to take it into the Apple store, but you can't just do that. You got to make an appointment with an Apple rep. You know, this fucking hand-holding shit. The store in the city was absolutely chock-a-block for a week. Well, make it the week after. I'm sorry, sir. We can only book 7. Fuck me dead. Anyhow, I took it to, there was an Apple repairer. I took it to them, and they were quite nice. They were quite nice. I got no complaints with them. They said Apple offers a swap for about $579. I said, you got to be joking. That's for an iPhone 7 Plus. I wouldn't pay $579 for one of those. And I said, guys, I read to them the consumer law thing. I said, guys, under consumer law, the product has to last a reasonable life. A reasonable life is how long you can realistically expect the product to last. So I left it with them. They told me nothing they can do. No can do, sir. So I said, what do I do then? I want to issue a small claims court summons. I want to take it to small claims court. So what I did was I rang Apple. They said, got to ring customer care and speak to a senior supervisor. Ask for a senior supervisor. So I proceeded to do that. I rang and you know, the thing about Apple is you got to love it. I love the way they do things. They keep you 40 minutes on hold because someone who's got a job in the corporate world, you can't afford Apple Care. I needed a senior advisor. That's right, advisor. See, someone in the corporate world, they can't take an hour off to talk on the phone to Apple and get the runaround, see? So you can't do that. So Yeah, it's a great way to do things. Apple is very clever. Spoke to a senior advisor. I said, under consumer law in Queensland, Australia, it's going to last a fair and reasonable time. What is a fair and reasonable time? Well, I think it's more than your stupid, pathetic warranty. And okay, so she went away. She was quite nice, lovely lady. She went away. She went and checked it with Apple Legal. She rings me back and says, actually, she doesn't just ring me back directly. The automated system rings me back and says, your Apple representative wants to speak to you. Press 1 to take the call. Press 2 to arrange. Oh, fuck it, take the call. I took the call and she said, well, her legal team, Apple legal team said, so this phone was bought in, this phone was bought, I'll tell you exactly, it was bought, this phone was bought on the 16th of May 2017, that's 2.5 years ago, just over 2.5 years. She said that is a fair and reasonable life of an iPhone. An iPhone 7 Plus, an iPhone has a fair and reasonable life of 2.5 years. That is fair and reasonable. And I said, excuse me. I said, it's not for your idiots in the law section to tell me what fair and reasonable. Let's take it to the judge. Let's take it to the small claims court, and we'll see what the judge has to say about your dickhead's interpretation of the law. I said, for fuck's sake, man. Just because your guys at Apple say that is fair, what, am I supposed to just go away with that? I said, let's go. I said, I'll waste as much time as you like there. I'll represent myself. I said, consumer small claims court decisions, which is actually CCAT, civil and arbitrate. What is it? Civil? What's it? CCAT now. Civil and what is it? Something like that. CCAT it's called. I'll take it to CCAT. Basically, I represent myself. You guys have to pay to come up and argue the point, which is fine. We'll do that. And the decision the judge makes is binding, so you can't appeal it or, do anything like that. So let's do it. So she said that is the fair life of an iPhone is 2.5, just a bit over 2.5 years. A fair and reasonable life of an iPhone is 2.5 years. Yeah, that's about right. That's what the legal eagles at Apple have said. Fair and reasonable life of an Apple product, 2 and a bit years. Jesus Christ, that's the thing that I don't understand is if that's fair and reasonable, why do these phone companies, when you buy the new iPhone, they put you on a 3-year contract? How does that work when that's not possible? The phone may not even last that long, yet you're paying the phone off. So, yeah, that's the life. A fair and reasonable life of an iPhone, 2.5 years. Apple Legal. That's what Apple Legal said. Apple Legal said a fair and reasonable life of an iPhone is 2.5 years. Well, actually, what is it? It's 2.5 years. So how many? I'll just ask Google. Hey, Google, how long ago was the 16th of May 2017?
966 days.
How many years ago was the 16th of May 2017? 966. Okay, she doesn't want to be helpful here. This is I'm going to Google. So Google 966 divided by 365, and that gives me 2.6 years. There you go. 2.5. Just 2.7 years. So 2.6, 2.5, just over 2.5 years. That's the fair life of an iPhone. That's exactly it. That's what Apple Legal has said. The fair life of an iPhone is 2 and a bit years. Just over 2.5 years. There you go. Under 3 years. There we go. Apple Legal has said The fair and reasonable life of an Apple iPhone is under 3 years. There you go, Apple Legal. Thank you, Apple Legal, for the clarification. Thank you so much there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this plays out. I'm a bit shitted off. I mean, you spend so much money on these fucking iPhones and they only last under 3 years. I mean, I don't understand this shit. Anyhow, I've been all over the shop. I'm changing over. I've been delayed because I'm converting over to Google Pixel phone. Google Pixel phone. Google Pixel phone. It can't be any worse than the Apple, can it? It can't be any worse. So, guys, that is the story. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe. Tell your fuckwit friends. And don't be afraid to put some really nasty comments down below. And, yeah, I'm getting back on the wagon, fuckers! And Google iPhone life expectancy under 3 years. Sorry, Google, not Google, Apple iPhone life expectancy under 3 years. Apple Legal. Thank you.
You see those big yellow plants, but in there's all these azaleas. Yeah. Those yellow ones have grown up, but they'll die later, and then it's protecting the azaleas.
Merry Christmas! Happy New Year!
No,
Oh, that corner.
yeah, no, the whole side, there's about 20 azaleas there.
Oh, okay.
But you can't see them because those plants have taken over.
Yeah.
You know? And that's all right, because those plants will die, and the azalea, but it's protecting them from the sun. Yeah. That was Galia. She made a book.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guess what just arrived here? Hey man, we got a parcel, got a parcel. Let's have a look. Pick a parcel. Pick a parcel. Parcel, what do we got here? Let's have a look. Let's get this fucker opened up and let's take a look. Fuckaroonies! Hello, fuckaroonies. What do we got here? I tell you what we got, man. Man, we're going high tech. We got a app. This is not an Apple. This is a Google 4XL. A Google 4XL, man. Google 4XL. Hey, man. Let's take a look. What do you think, man? What do you think? The Googles. Do you like your Googles? Oh, look at this. It's even got... It's, I don't know if I really like that. Okay. Let's open her up. See, I don't like the way these things here. Don't like these stickers on. Let's take. Oh, fuck. Okay, we'll just leave that on. Okay. Da-da-da-da! It's a Google phone. Google phone. It's a Google phone. And I gotta be honest with you, man. It's yeah, interesting. Google phone. Look at this. It's interesting. It's got the cable is completely different to Apple. Fuck Apple. I'm becoming a Google man. Google ads, Google everything, Google every fucking thing. So I may as well go for the Googles. This is the Google phone. It's my new Google Pixel 4XL. What do you think, fuckers? Let's do a review. I'm going to plug it in, get it all charged up, and I'll let you fuckers know what do I think of the new Google phone. Can't be any worse than the fucking Apple garbage. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David SW. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David SW. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely, refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models, there's only one person I would recommend, David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David S.W. David S.W., the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David S.W. He even does things like FP Journe. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. I'm Paul Pluter, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.
If you can't say anything real nice, pescador.